Hello, everybody.
Woohoo!
Welcome. The Love of Lapidary Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. Hey, guys, what's going on? Anything fun and interesting this week?
I got some new Trent agate.
Some what?
Trent agate.
Trent agate?
Trent agate. Some of the hardest agate there is to get a hold of it, and it has stibnite in it, and it's from here in Trent, Oregon. They mined it back in the 60s, and then about the time the guy got as much out as what he could, they built a freeway over the top of the old mine.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, I now have six. I think I have 10 slabs all total now that I have picked up over the last couple of years. And so these are really nice ones. I got some grade A.
Okay, good. That's awesome. I'm turning my sound down real quick here.
Hey, Twyla.
Hi, Twyla.
Stibnite?
Stibnite or stilbite, maybe. Which one did it look up Trent agate. It'll tell you if it has stilbite or stibnite.
Stibnite.
Stibnite. Okay.
Stibnite.
I was right to begin with then.
You don't have a slab handy?
Well, let me see if it's a slab that will show what we need. I don't know how well it'll show because of the light situation in here.
Oh, yeah. Look at all the fingers in there, dude.
Oh,
those dendrites are beautiful.
Right?
Not yet, Sharon. We could talk
You
about
got a little lace up on the edge up there.
Hey, Jeff.
And so, yeah, that's one of the...
That's neat.
Wow, Dave taught me about a new stone tonight. I didn't know about that.
You didn't know about it, huh?
No.
See, that's not bad. 2 minutes in. And
Well, it's not our neck of the woods so much. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've
I
never
came
heard
across
of
it by
either,
accident
but that's really
about
pretty.
3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. So you have 10 slabs, which means you have enough to send each one of us one, and still.
That's
have
right.
to do.
Well, somebody said they came
I'm
in
not
late.
gonna-
Are we talking about Biggs by chance? No, we're talking about Trent agate.
Yeah,
From
that's
Oregon.
Sharon. Sharon's
I'm stingy.
watching on the Facebook feed.
Is that who that was? Okay.
Yeah.
J&V, Trent agate, Trent, from Oregon, from Trent, Oregon.
It's pretty stuff.
So when you said it's one of the hardest agates, is that the hardest agate to find, or the hardest agate as in most?
What is out there, and there's a guy right over here in Lyons, Oregon, Jeff Valentine. He bought up most of what was available on the market from the old guy's grandsons, and he has it all stashed. And then there was a few pieces here and there out there. Most people who have it don't let it go.
Right.
And this is a friend of mine that I know from back in New York. He had it, needed to make some sales. He made me a good deal, and so now I have it, and he doesn't.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, you want to make me a pop socket?
Out of what?
Ready?
Out of
Out
Trent
of Trent agate?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably couldn't afford that pop socket.
What do you mean? I bet I could.
Okay, maybe you don't want to afford that pop socket.
Yeah, no.
But,
For
what if
sure.
I do, though?
Well, if you do, you let me know. Believe it or not,
I
some of these
feel like he's letting you know.
some of these go for $1,000 a slab.
Oh wow.
that's
Believe it or not, yeah. Depending on who you find it, some of them you'll find for
you
Brian
take
$100.
a trade?
needs a small portion of that slab.
You're right, and you know something? I may actually make something out of
Hey,
a
Tanner.
piece of one of them.
How are you? Howdy is Tanner Singleton. I was just thinking about you
Let's
the
go,
other day. Tanner, I'm sorry, not you. I'm trying to, when new people
Tanner,
pop in on the Facebook public
Let's
to see who it is.
So I know a couple people didn't get to
I
see
was
it
just
that we
thinking
never
about you
talked
the other
about,
day,
so.
Tanner, wondering how you were doing. That is so gorgeous. So gorgeous.
I wish I had a light behind it so you can see all the
$400
stibnite
for a
in there.
small slab on Etsy, Scott said.
Exactly.
That's really, really nice.
One of
Really
those things
small
you get what
slab.
you pay for, though. That's
So-
like finding Rebel Mine agates from the Upper
Right.
Peninsula that have copper in them, the big ones. The
Yeah.
big
I have
copper
big
agates up here,
hands.
thousands
That's
of
how big
dollars.
it is.
Right.
Right. I mean, and the harder the material is, the more scarce it is, the more valuable it is. Even some stuff that you would look at and say, but that's ugly, doesn't matter. It was very hard to find, and for some reason there was a popularity to it.
Right. And just because one person thinks it's ugly doesn't mean everybody will.
Right.
Either, right?
Yeah.
So, hi, Jeremy. So what else has been going on? What's been going on with you guys? We know what's going on with Dave. What's been going on with the bros?
Hockey.
Hockey, agates,
Yeah.
normal stuff.
Yeah, I got it. My little sister's wedding in a couple weeks. So.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Fun.
doing shipping, all kinds. Trying to get some new stones in.
There you go. That's always fun, right? I'm trying to stop getting new stuff as best I can. It's not working out. And when you guys finally can run the saw again and you ship my box, my husband's going to be like, "Are you serious right now?" And I'm going to have to say, "But I bought it months ago, I promise." Swear to God, I did. And
Yeah,
then
I'm trying to check the forecast. That might be sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it keeps staying nice, if it keeps getting warm, right? What
Yeah.
about you, Brad? What's been up with you?
Yes, got home from Tucson, did another show up in Leaton, and then now trying to get the store organized so we can open again.
There you go. There you go. So you're probably waiting on weather to break to get back to Mom's house too, huh?
Yeah, hope by the way it looks tomorrow I'll be able to finish my framing on the outside of the house. So
Nice.
that's all I need to do to get my inspection. Then I can start insulating and sheetrocking. So
There you go. There you go.
You know, Brad, it's weird to hear you say up in Leaton when I know you're at about 3,500 feet and Layton's down to about 34 feet.
I'm actually a little higher than that, Dave. I'm closer to
Are you?
6,500 feet.
Is it really that high up there? I don't remember it being that high.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Gee, money. Been years since I've been up there.
But it's north of me, so that means it's up. Anything north of me is up. South
Well,
is
and that's
always
the way
down.
it should be. But when you're thinking about where you're at versus Layton, right down on the edge of Salt Lake, you know, right there. And matter of fact, isn't part of the Salt Lake actually below sea level, if I remember correctly?
I think
No.
No?
The Salt Lake City's at about 4,800 or 4,900 feet.
Okay.
Hey, David, you got a fan over here, man.
Yeah, Jeremy.
I see that. Yeah, Jeremy, that's lightning bolt. Wow,
Yeah, that's
welcome,
super
man.
Awesome. Yeah, that's super
Yeah,
cool.
I've been following him for a while on TikTok. He makes some gorgeous cabs and stuff.
Oh yeah, nice.
Oh yeah,
So you're each other's favorites. That's super cool.
evidently.
Super cool. Really glad you found your way over, Jeremy. That's awesome. I love that. So Jeremy, we have a group. If you're on Facebook, the Love of Lapidary group, that you
Yeah,
can
come and join.
share some of your work
Right.
in there. We like to promote people, but we only can do it if you share some of your stuff into that group.
Lightning's doing silver work too.
Nice.
Dude, I always
Yeah.
love seeing people's
Okay.
work.
Okay.
Oh, I do too.
Well, what do we want to talk about tonight, you guys? Anything in particular?
Well, we've been talking about material.
For sure.
Oh, whoa. Jaws said he got an Intarsia machine. I forgot he did get one, but it wasn't the one I was thinking of. Going, wait a minute, that's Jaws. I know what he got. And he did. He got a nice Intarsia machine.
Is that the one
I
you
can't
sent me the
wait to see
picture
what
of,
he starts
Scott?
cranking up.
Yeah, he sent me a picture and said I did a thing. I
He
didn't
did
know
do
if
a
that
thing.
meant he bought a thing or if he built a thing, you know, because he's always building stuff too. So very, very
Yeah.
cool.
It looks
Yes,
like
Jaws said
someone
no problem
designed
with
it.
getting it with the rainbow obsidian paper. Okay, nice.
Right?
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what you do with it. Absolutely.
I did a thing.
He did.
What did
He
you do?
literally sent me a picture and just said I did a thing. I was like, awesome.
The Intarsia machine. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, now, if he did that, if he stated that the way I would, Mrs. Jaws Jr. had no problem with him getting it. It's because she didn't know he got it until after the fact.
Right.
Yeah, I
Well, it
know.
was
I'm
already in
sorry.
the garage.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why your wife's always throwing things at you.
Hey guys, my wife shocked me yesterday. She was talking to somebody. She said, "Yeah," she said, "I don't mind Dave buying all that equipment he buys. It keeps him out in his shop out of my hair."
There you go.
And I'm going,
She
"Wow,
knew
I'm going
that
to
I
bug
got
you
it.
even more now. I'm going to make it rough on her because there's a lot of equipment I want."
Yeah, Scott said she knew he got it. She supports the addiction.
My wife does too.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
My
Yeah, my
wife does not
husband
like
does too.
rocks. She doesn't care
No, not at
anything
all.
about any rock, but
At
she
least she
supports what I do.
supports you. No.
Right?
As long as she
That's super
supports your
important.
love of it, that's
Yep.
that's what matters, right? My husband's the same way. He likes pretty rocks, but he could care less whether we have them or not,
Right.
right? But he absolutely supports anything that I want to do rock wise.
Some days she does not support my learning process because she'll tell me, "Would you go back to your shop, quit whining, and leave me alone?"
Right?
Uh,
Always in
That's
trouble.
I mean,
great. That's
who else
great.
you going to go to when you're so frustrated you don't know what to do?
If you can't go to your spouse or your
Amir.
best friend,
Your brother.
Right? Right?
right, then something's wrong in that relationship, right?
No, for
She got
sure.
so tired of me yesterday, I went to my brother's.
Right? Ha, that's great. So I love that stuff. She likes to go out and go hounding with you. That's awesome.
Yeah, my brother's gonna have to go
Friend
get so
Monica
tired
has
of me
that
that I'm gonna
too.
go to my girlfriend's. That's what's.
Yes, Scott, you're 100% right, right? We went to this show. I don't know if I told you guys. Um, when was that show, Kelly? Several months ago. And we're walking around looking at stuff, and my husband all of a sudden decided he needed to have a 3.5 foot soda light tower in our living room. Um, so we now have a 3.5 foot tall soda
I don't
light
blame
tower
him.
in our living room. It's
Did you
super
just sit
cool.
there with a UV and shine the UV at it?
You know, I haven't. My UV light is at the store now. I should probably bring it home because I don't even know that he knows that it UVs. September, so it's been a little while now.
I would check it before you tell him because it depends on where it's from.
Oh, okay.
Because we've had like
Yeah.
really Jimmy blue and white before,
Right.
and it had no UV
Really?
to it at all. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like that real dark blue that we had for a while with that golden schlancy to it. I don't feel like that UV for a while. But yeah, I'll definitely have to check it.
You know, guys,
Yeah,
my mom passed away about 18 years ago, and my dad had been doing this. He'd started cabbing for a while. He'd been collecting rocks for several years. And before she died, you know, they got to where that they were just constantly, they'd go down to quartzsite. They would pick up rock all the way from Oregon down to New Mexico and back, wherever they was going. She would go out with him every weekend. And she started out not really caring about the rocks. She went out to be with my dad. And she went and dug and collected. I have jars of sunstones, all kinds of stuff that they
Nice.
did that with. And I think that's just absolutely awesome when you can find that connection and have, you know, something together so
Yes.
good. And with the rocks, of course, it's healthy. You're out digging and getting
Yeah,
out
you
of the
are
house.
doing stuff.
And Dad really needed that. They ran motels for Best Western, so the stress and
Okay.
the anxiety and stuff all the time. That's how they got
Yeah,
out.
that's a high stress.
But you know, and my wife goes with me. She doesn't care about the rocks, but she goes up to the mines with Jeff and I and his wife, and we go do those things together. So if you know, it's just the support and the time getting to be together doing something, you know, common is really great.
Right. Yeah, Jeff said same thing. Bless that, you know, Vicky likes the rocks too, right? Not as much as he
Yeah.
does, but she'll go buy some sometimes, which is really cool. I mean, I think that's important, right? To have that connection. There you go.
Right.
Exactly. It's a great connection. Yeah. So,
It's
yeah,
building rock bridges.
right.
Definitely.
Hey, my mom and dad went out and got stoned together.
Ah,
Right.
Oh, my mom would kill me right now.
Too
Yeah.
much. Well, all I've been doing is checking an inventory and slabbing. Hoping to be able to do some cavity this week.
I've been doing some slabbing, but since I started these silversmithing
My
classes,
sound is low. Oh, okay. Let me turn Dave down. Turn me
yeah, I bet
up.
mine's loud.
There's that better. Jeff, is that better? It could be because I'm tired too. I may not be talking as loud as I normally
There you
do.
go.
No, because everything around you is louder now, so your mic was really low somehow.
Yeah. Well, I had us all at the same setting. So I've turned you down a little bit, Dave, and I've turned me up. And then I left the others where they were. Yeah, Dave is always loud. He's just got that kind of voice.
Well, and there's two factors in that. I have one of those big voices anyway, and
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
This is a gaming headset, and they are so sensitive and so clear. They pick up everything.
Right. But so I went to, I've been doing this doctor thing, right? I'll just share my sad tale of woe for the day, and then I'll be quiet. I had to have an ultrasound of my renal arteries, which if you don't know what they are, it's the arteries that run to your kidneys, right? And they're actually across your abdomen. So I'm old now, right? The blessings of getting old. So I have some narrowing of one of my renal arteries. So now I have to go see a vascular surgeon and see about what do we need to do to fix it. So that was my day today. It was all day long, pretty much at the doctor's office. And then when I wasn't there, I was posting, right? So I'm tired, just tired.
Yeah.
So other than that, life is good. I am slabbing some bomb Sonoran dendritic rhyolite right now.
Really? You got a picture?
So excited about it. No. Do not. I'm on my 5th slab right now.
See how you are.
You can come to my live show on Tuesday at 4:30. You can't because you're working.
Yeah, I'm at work when you do that. So.
Yeah, I'll probably have a couple slabs up for sale. Most of them I'll probably keep for myself because that is one of my favorite things to cut. But yeah, so when I got home, I've just been slabbing this afternoon. I was supposed to go clean a couple buildings and decided, you know what, I didn't feel like it. So I sent them an email and said, hey, how does Friday work for you? And they said, that's fine. And I said, thank you very much. Have a nice day. And came down here and played around with rocks. So probably should have taken a nap, but whatever. So.
Jaws says he needs to see pictures of the progress of your new shop
progress
there.
Pictures,
yeah. Gonna say I'll throw some pictures on the page. I just got blue tarts up as walls and lots of tables full of merchandise. That's all I got right now. I haven't done much else since then.
Okay. Yeah, and if you go on, if you're not already following Brad's new Facebook page, it's now JBB Metal.
Rocks and Metal Art 2.
Rocks and Metal Art 2. Because they had an issue on their original page. So you can see pictures of their tables on that page, if I remember right.
Yeah, we always, every show we go to, we post pictures of the tables. We always try to put pictures of new merchandise that come up.
Yeah, it's always fun, right? So, Christine Miller, what's up?
We'll probably spend some time pricing new material that we still haven't got unpacked from Tucson and priced yet. So,
now, do you have any issue with, like, when you get new stuff in, there's a whole process, checking it in, tagging it, pricing it, putting it in a computer system if you have one, taking pictures for your website if you have one, and putting it up on the website, right? It's a whole freaking thing, right? And it can be so tedious.
Oh,
right?
And we don't even have the website.
Okay, so you're not quite as bad as me. Like, I've got like thousands of pictures.
Yeah.
And multiple hundreds of products that are just, I mean, they're in the store, they're for sale, but not, they're not on the website because I just trying to find the time to get them up on the website. Like I have no problem tagging them, pricing them, getting them in the computer system, but getting them up on that website just takes for freaking ever, it seems like. Because, I want to enjoy my rocks too. So I want to cut, we are getting busier. So I've got more people coming into the store. So it's less time to do other things, right? Which is a good problem to have, right? Scott
Hey, Scott.
Lambright, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you, dear?
Well, Courtney, when we come home from Tucson, we brought 2 4x4 wooden crates full of new merchandise home.
Right.
Plus the whole back seat of my diesel, the whole back seat was stacked all the way across. So, there's a lot to price. And then when you're buying stuff at the kilo weight, so now you got to weigh every piece to be able to price it.
That's right.
So it is. It's time consuming no matter where. You just added the extra of putting it on the website because there you got hours just to download all the pictures and everything else.
Yes.
It's crazy enough just for us.
You got to download the pictures to your computer and then you got to download them again. You got to upload them to the website.
Yeah.
And it's a whole freaking. I need to hire somebody just to do that. But the problem is, it's a never-ending process, right? And I just I can't afford yet to hire somebody to do just that.
Yeah.
My friend Lisa wants to learn how to do it, but the problem then becomes like she's partially colorblind, so you got to click, certain categories, and part of the categories is the colors. So, what is that noise?
I don't know. It sounds like Dave just got in a fight with a robot or something.
That was probably me letting my dog. She wanted to go back to the house.
Oh, okay.
My door needs oil on the hinges.
Yeah,
sound like a 50s sci-fi movie for a second.
Right? Looks like Matt's trying to sign in. Hi, Matt. I see your one, but I don't see your second one. Yep, I see you, Matt, but I only see one of you. I don't see the one that has
patiently
your picture.
waiting, he said.
So what I used for my inventory, Sharon, is just my QuickBooks, because I have QuickBooks for my cleaning company, and I've been using QuickBooks for 35 years, so I kind of know the ins and outs of it. So I just turned on the inventory process, and I just do it all that way.
Now, I think QuickBooks these days allows a photo and barcodes, right? So you can scan a barcode, put it in your inventory.
I don't know. I got no stinking barcodes.
But you generate
that's a whole nother process, Dave, that I just got. I got a piece of paper with stuff that I write on it.
There you go.
And that then goes into the system, and that works for me.
And see, the way we've got our store set up, we don't keep a direct inventory that I have 5 6-inch selenite bowls. We just we have this. If it sells out when we make a new order, we never try to. We don't keep the same thing in the store. We're always changing it. We've never kept the same exact items. It's always something different. In my personal opinion, especially where I'm in a smaller area up here, if I had the same inventory on my shelves time after time, I wouldn't have the business. People come to my shop because they want to see what did they get through today.
Right, and you have to have different things. But for me, for accounting purposes and for my tax lady, I have to have a good accounting of what things are, right? Now, I'll have like miscellaneous points, right? Maybe I got 30 of them, right? That are a cost of whatever and a sell price of whatever. So I may have, originally I was doing individual items, but like now I've got, certain the stretchy bracelets that I make, right? The natural stone ones are a certain price. And then as I make more, I just adjust the inventory in the system, right? As far as quantity, because I have to be able to see cost versus sell, right? Ratio wise and all that stuff. And then of course when I buy stuff, right, it's just, I don't know, it's a whole accounting thing, right?
Yeah.
So it is kind of important for me for tracking purposes, like when I run the reports to see whether I'm at a profit or more likely how much of a loss am I at for the year. Like it's all just important to have the right accounting for me. But I do have like mini mushrooms. I'm not going to have, soda light mini mushrooms and unicite mini. They're all just mini mushrooms, right? And then I have a category that is miscellaneous rock item that I can just go in and just change the description as people buy it. Like I had a lady come into the store on Tuesday and I let her shop in the back room before I put stuff out on the floor. And if it's in the back room, it's probably not even in the system yet. So any of that stuff just goes under miscellaneous rock item. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but because I have consignment stuff in the store, I have to have a way to track all of that. So it's a whole thing. It's just a whole thing.
So we've just done ours. So we bring in $10,000 worth of inventory. We sold $9,000, and that's just
Right.
Bye,
Wow,
Brad.
I think
Love
we
you.
hit the wrong button.
Okay.
Brad has left the building.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Sharon, we should get together and talk about that kind of stuff. It's everybody's got their own personal preference, right, of how to do it. But I find for me having a good accounting, because also like if you're going to reorder something, it's real easy to set it up in the QuickBooks to say when I get to this, when I get down to one of these, I'm going to reorder 3. It'll tell me that, it'll spit it out on a report for me. So,
Well, I'm curious how many people use a website to sell their stuff.
a lot of people.
You do, Courtney.
You'd be surprised. Matter of fact, you can even you can use like my website. I can use my website also as an image. Like they have a whole POS system.
Right. It's got the full commerce system.
But I don't use that. Right. Like, and that's just because I like my QuickBooks. Since I'm already using it for the other part of the company, I don't want to have 2 different accounting systems. So I just use the QuickBooks because I know it. Like you can even do, like if you do Square for your payment.
That's what I have.
Square has their own whole, you can do a point of sale system and an inventory system right in your Square, right? So there's all kinds of different options of things.
Well, and the nice thing about Square is their point of sale, their whole e-commerce system will actually download to your QuickBooks.
Yes, it will. It'll connect. Yeah. If you see it, I'm weird about that. I'm not
smart enough.
I won't connect them. I don't connect anything to my QuickBooks. I'd rather do double work than connect it to my QuickBooks. Yeah. So what happens for me is when I do sell something through the website, I have to go to my QuickBooks and enter a invoice to, I have Square set up as a customer, right? So I do an invoice to Square, Rocks, or whatever. If it's a store item, it's an item number. If it's cabs or slabs that I have here at the house, it's just Rocks. And then there's, Square fees as an item number 2, -1, and then whatever the fee is that goes to, professional fees as far as the accounting goes. And then I got to receive the payment, of course, when they send me the money. And but yes, it can all be integrated, but I get confused if it's too integrated. Like you can do QuickBooks Online where you just enter it all, from your phone as you go. You can scan your receipts and it'll automatically go and take care of it all for you. I don't like that. I like to have, I'm just weird about it. I like to have a little more control over it. I don't like all the automation. And I find it to be too much chance for mistakes. because when it messes up, it generally messes up pretty bad. So for me, I just like to do it myself.
Well, and I used to be with Wix. I had all the
Mhm.
pop sockets listed on there.
Mhm.
But so even though I paid a monthly fee for Wix, every time I made a sale, Wix took a percentage, and then PayPal would take a percentage. So I had
Really?
both of them. I had 6% or
Why was
6.8%.
Wix taking a
too.
percent? I
It's
don't
just the way
pay.
they.
Mine is through Wix, and I pay them nothing.
Really?
I
Yeah,
don't
I
pay
was
them any.
paying both.
I mean,
Now that's been
I pay my yearly fee for my domain and for my website,
right.
but I don't pay them a percentage of sales at
See, and
all.
I bought their e-commerce. It cost me $39
Well,
a
that's
month,
why,
and then they
because you
would take
bought their
two.
e-commerce. Yeah,
Right,
you should
and
have
then they
done
would take 2%
that. Okay.
of the
Okay.
plus. If I used PayPal, PayPal would take almost 4%,
Right. Right.
and all of
Yeah.
that. So
See,
the
I
fees
don't
just kept
use
adding up.
their. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
use their e-commerce system at all. My Wix is, I have Square through Wix, and you can pay PayPal as well. So it's Square or it's PayPal. It's up to you, how you want to pay for it. But I don't pay Wix separate fees for it at all. What the heck is that?
What in the world?
I don't
Oh,
know,
I
but I'm
thought
going
it was.
to
I thought
delete
it was
it.
what I tried to give you.
Okay. Baba, I don't know who you are, Baba, but you are getting suspended from the group. 28
Good
days.
lord.
Bye-bye.
And your comment
Wow, that
is
was
getting
obtuse.
deleted.
Hasta luego.
Okay, Baba's gone for a little bit. Sorry, Baba. And sorry, y'all.
Yeah, so I actually use Square for my my sales page. They have their
Yeah.
own websites now, so my website
Right.
is on Square.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I started with Wix, and I really like it. It's an easy website to maintain on your own.
Right.
I don't like the WordPress. I don't like and Square. The reason I didn't do more
Square's
with
complicated.
Square is because I am not an Apple person, and Square does not have, like if I wanted to do because I looked into that when I opened the store.
Uh-huh.
If I wanted to do their point of sale system and use their credit card machine and all that, it's all Apple, and I'm not interested. Sorry.
Really?
Can't
I run
get it.
Square off of my Android.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I run it off my PC.
Yeah. I mean, I can run it through my website that way. But when I was looking into all of it, it's all Apple. They wanted
Now I
you to
haven't
order.
connected mine to sales yet. I haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't set
and
up
that's
the
what I'm
credit card
talking
and
about.
all
If
of
you
that.
connected
Yeah.
it to actual sales, they want you. It's an Apple
Oh.
tablet. It's all Apple. You can't do it
Oh,
other than Apple. So I said, sorry,
really?
Square. So I went old school. Look, my little credit card
I'll go
machine
back
is
to Wix.
old school. It's like this. Looks like one of the old cell phones
Uh-huh.
when cell phones first came out. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's a whole. But I only paid like 1.5%. Went through for my credit card thing too. I don't pay 4% or 5% or whatever the crazy amounts that people are charging now. Hi, Matt.
Is that
Sorry.
the one I saw with the picture of Flintstone holding his giant thing out the side of his car while
Yes,
Barney was trying to keep him
that
going?
would be the one. That would be the one.
This is what I use as my Square reader
Hey,
for
Cheryl.
credit cards,
I've got one of those.
and it
See,
just ties right into my Android on my Samsung phone. I just downloaded their app and run it right through my phone.
Right. Okay. Send me what it is that you bought for that, if you would, Brad, because when I ordered one from Square, little $10 or whatever, and it doesn't work with my phone. It's only for Apples.
Huh.
Okay, so
So,
Courtney, can
yeah.
you answer why it says Facebook user for them? I don't remember what you
Because
said.
anytime that if they're watching it through the Facebook Live, it just shows Facebook user.
Versus logging into YouTube and
versus watching it through YouTube. Yep. So
Okay.
I'm watching you, Cheryl. I know that it's you. So that's Cheryl Vaughn, Cheryl L. Vaughn, L. Vaughn. You're very welcome, dear. But yeah, if you're watching it through the Facebook Live, you're always going to show up as Facebook user, and we just pop over to either me or Andrew, or somebody's always watching it. So we'll we'll let people know who it is. But that's why. That's why I see where there's a little F under it instead of the red YouTube symbol. Where on Sam I Am, that's Matt. See how his is red underneath his name and Jaws is red underneath his name on the chat feed? Do you guys see that?
Yep.
Now, wait a minute. Matt, how are you commenting? I haven't been able to.
Because he's watching it through YouTube on his phone. So he's
he's using his phone to do the commenting with.
See where the little red thing is?
Right,
That's
I
how
see.
you know he's
Okay.
on YouTube. Yeah. So,
That's
hey, Matt, what's up? How are you? Uh-oh.
He's voiceless. Matt's
Yeah.
lost his voice.
Oh, you know why? Hold on, Matt. There, now talk.
There we go. That's more
There,
better.
see, that was me. Sorry. What's going on, Matt?
Working. That's it.
That's all you ever do. My God. You're breaking up, Brad. You're breaking up.
Yeah, I don't know. It keeps telling me my connection's going away, and it's not even stormy or nothing tonight.
Right?
So,
It
so
just-
Brad, that's what the $6 million man said just before the crash. You're going to come back with some really neat stuff. He
Nice.
said, You're breaking up. Oh, wait a minute. I just dated myself, didn't I?
Yeah, right? You did. A lot of people are going,
You
who's
did.
the $6 million man? What is he talking about?
Well, he was married to the $6 million woman.
No, she was married to him. And she was the
Oh.
bionic woman, not the
That's
$6
right. That was the
million
bionic woman, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Lindsay somebody, wasn't she?
Lindsay. Oh, why did I just lose it?
You guys remember
Wow.
that, right? Ryan and
'Cause
Andrew,
you're old.
you guys remember that?
Yeah, you remember the
$6
$6 million man, you guys? You young ones? No, for real?
I heard of it, but I never seen
You
anything.
got to go
about
back
it.
and watch it and watch how cheesy it is.
Yeah, that whole
But when we were young,
I
that was
like it.
like
I like old
thing,
school movies
right?
like
Yes,
The
Lindsay
Creature from the
Wagner.
Black
Thank you,
Lagoon and
Jeff.
Wolfman.
Lindsay
and-
Wagner and Steve.
Steve Austin.
No, not
Was
Steve.
it
Was it
Steve
Steve
Austin?
Austin? That was his name in the show. What is his real
Oh,
name?
you're right.
Yeah. Anyway, and he became the fall guy in the next show that he did.
He did, yes.
Yeah, we just
yeah.
watched that whole series here recently. It's as cheesy
Nice.
as the $6 million man was.
Oh, they're
What's
not
Lee
that
Majors,
that?
that's it,
That
Lee
was little
Majors.
geode? What's that? What's that?
They're Moroccan geodes. I can't
Oh,
get any
nice.
Wow.
of the crystals to show up, but they're like
They're freaking crazy.
so bright.
Are you
They're
cutting
so
those
crazy,
now,
covered
Ryan?
in crystals.
Excuse me. Are you cutting those now, Ryan?
Yeah,
I just bought.
I need some for the store.
uncut or cut.
Both.
Okay, well, I gotta talk to you after this show before I have my show. Then.
Okay. I've had like 2 or 3 customers come in looking for geodes, and I used to have some, but I've sold out of them.
I just bought 200 pounds in Tucson.
Woo! I don't need that much.
Now, see, geodes are something I don't get. To me, when you cut a rock open, it should have something usable in there. And a geode is just empty, dead space.
But
Buddy, there's collectors.
specimen
so
I
collectors,
know,
many
yeah.
collectors, buddy.
children, like kids, love 'em.
Absolute eye candy.
That's the only thing my wife does like is a nice geode. And,
Really?
yeah,
Matt, you
I'm that
don't watch
person who
TV?
does. They just don't impress me.
Okay, well they don't have to. It's
Yeah.
okay.
To each their own, man.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a great way, I think, to get kids into rocks.
Right.
Lapidary.
Now, thunder
Because
rigs,
I
I
love
love
them.
thunder rigs.
Yeah, because it's a lot of fun for a kid to, like, I used to have this little girl that I used to babysit. Her father worked for me, so when he would go to work at night, Lee Majors, thank you again, Jeff. You're the best. He would drop her off here, and I would watch her, and we would play with rocks. And I just ordered some geodes off of Amazon, and me and her sat down in the basement with hammers and busted these geodes open. We had the best time. I destroyed the floor of my basement in a certain area, but we had a great time. We had because I just put a blanket on the floor. I'm like, oh, this will be fine, right? And then I got the, the rock hammers with the big pointed, and we're just smashing the heck out of these geodes. And yeah, no, we didn't. Yeah, it's bad. I've got some pits in my floor.
Next time, use some plywood.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a next time.
So, Dave, are you telling me that if you would have cut that open and the outside edge was plume agate and the center was a big druzy geode, would you have just tossed it to the side and been like, oh, I hate this?
No, it's not that I hate them. And the plume agate would have been great, but so many geodes to me, you just open them up and they're just crystal and they're just kind of blasé. There are some nice ones there. They're just not my thing. I like
the thunder eggs are pretty.
thunder eggs.
Yeah,
And this is one of the really old. Was this one of the Pony? Anyway, this is a Richardson Ranch.
That's a
one of the
Pony
ones.
Express.
Pony Express, yeah. Was this Pony Butte? Is what I want to say. One of the beds up there, and that's all plume in that one. So those I like. I mean, it's nice and solid. If I wanted to, I could take a slab out of this, maybe do something with it. But and some people get really excited over it. Now the plume that you're talking about around the edge, Ryan. Yeah, I would love that. That's fantastic if you could get something like that. But the crystals, they're just not my thing.
I don't know.
You know
man.
what?
We don't do geodes normally, like at all. And this was our first time like getting actual geodes,
Right.
and they have been just so fun. We've been getting huge like stalactites of quartz.
Nice.
It's been a lot of fun. No duds so far, not one dud.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Very
Just solid
nice.
instead of.
oh, we
bought
had
that
one
back-
dud. It was just solid quartz.
Okay. But even
I
that,
bought all the
slab it.
Moroccans with intentions of buying a geode cracker at the show
Yeah.
so I could crack them open for the kids. And
They
actually,
love
the
it.
show I was at last weekend, the booth next to me had the cracker and he let me use it. I was cracking them the whole show.
Nice. Nice.
The kids were just loving them.
Yeah, they
How
love
much does
it.
a cracker run nowadays?
Kids get excited over them.
So if you buy the one that's designed as a geode cracker, they're about $700.
Wow.
Just buy a soil pipe
I'm looking. Yeah, if you buy the soil pipe cutter that's made for cast iron pipe, they're still about $450.
Yeah, I was
That
gonna
much?
say, I've got a ductile iron cutter, and it's for about $450.
Yeah, the nice thing about the ones that are designed for geodes is they actually have a ratchet on the top of them that
Right.
you ratchet it down tight instead of having to hang on the old cast iron pipe cutters.
Right.
What do those run, Brad?
They were about $700.
God. They
And I
don't
just
make it
can't-
easy for people wanting to do this, do they?
Yeah, I'd have to sell a lot of geodes at $10 a piece.
Right. Well, and
I'm down with it,
that's
though.
why that beast right there. This is the new Highland Park 10-inch trim saw. They're stainless steel, and that's part of the reason I bought that one. Is I can take 3 4-inch and put through that and cut it on that right there, and it pays for itself.
That doesn't work out so well at a show, though, Dave, to fire up your saw and
Yeah.
people listening to
That's what I
that.
was just about to say. We're gonna start doing this local show that's once a week, and I saw we can't take our huge. We have a
Yeah.
trim saw, but we have like a production trim saw. You know what
That's
I
a
mean? It's
little
not
different
some
than
little
mine.
thing. It's a big trim
Right.
saw.
Yeah.
We can't go haul that down and take a generator every week. We're gonna lose money on gas.
Yeah.
It actually makes way more sense to me just to spend the money on the geode cracker. It'll pay for itself.
Right.
Well, and if you had a generator,
I agree to
plug
it.
everybody in the whole plate.
And I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. I don't know. I'm down to just get the
I
$700 one and
feel
get it out of the
like
way.
for the kids too, the cracker is it's more interactive than Stand
For
back
sure.
so we can saw this open for you. You know, it's like,
Right.
It's a fun
Well-
come here, watch this, right?
Even with the
Yeah.
cracker,
Right.
you don't want the kids standing next to you
Well, you
because
don't
they
want
do shoot out.
They do
Yeah,
explode
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Well, and I was thinking.
But yeah,
more like
Ryan,
in the
I'm
shop
like
people.
you. I am going to be buying one of the Geo crackers that's got the ratchet on it. There,
Yeah, because
like you
I'm
said, the
way more
expense
down
it'll
with
pay for it.
drooping a towel over top of it and putting towels underneath, and you hold you have one person hold each side, and you just have the other person crank it. I watch guys do it on YouTube all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-person thing, but there's 2 of us. It'll be all right.
There
You know
go.
what I?
Right.
Depends on how big of a Geo, Ryan, because I bought 3 inchers, and in the cracker I was using, I was able to do it by myself. It
Fair
didn't
enough.
even take 2 guys. You were able to do it by yourself if you're doing 3 and 4 inch Geos. Now, if you go ahead and throw in a 10 incher, you might want a second set of hands to help hold it in.
Right.
Yeah, JMV wants a soil pipe cutter too. I didn't know they were that expensive. I had no
You didn't
clue.
crack agates.
That would hurt.
Yeah,
I
they're
see
pricey.
people do it.
I've been.
I see people crack agates.
There's
I
only
used
a
to love
couple of
to
places
stand
that
back and
sell
watch people.
the actual Geo crackers.
Yeah. Let's see.
Well, all they are is a soil pipe cutter with a ratchet on them.
Well, they actually, the difference I have found, Dave, is in the blade. Like on the soil cracker or the soil pipe cutters, they use a carbide blade, but on
Right.
the Geo cutters, they're actually putting a diamond blade in
Oh,
that helps
really?
stand up to the rocks. Now, do I think the blade will probably last you forever? Yeah, you probably will. But that's where the
Especially if
difference
it's
is.
carbide, yeah. Yeah.
I like the stand too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'm on a website. It's Gem Center USA.
Yep. That's what I've been looking
Yeah,
at.
$624.
They do have
And
one
that's-
on there.
That's
only
that's for large.
$179.
Now that's
But
the cracker only. If you want, let's see, stand only, customer, large. Now what's the difference between stand only? So the cracker itself is $624, and the stand is $139.
Yeah.
Now what is the difference between? I'm confused because there's one that says customer, and there's one that says just large geode cracker. So I
Because
don't
the
know.
large Geo cracker that's a hand one like I was talking about where you have to hang on
No,
it.
yeah, I understand, but no, there's 2 different items, right? One says geode customer large geode cracker only, and then one says large geode cracker only. It's the exact same item.
Oh,
So
I'd
I
have to
don't know.
look it up closer.
Yeah, I don't know what the differences are, but anyway, so yeah, it's like you're right, about like $760 total plus tax, right?
Yep.
I
Hey,
guess I'm glad we had this conversation.
They make
Plus
a
the shipping.
tabletop. They make a tabletop geode cracker too. $600
Really?
for the cracker and $80 for the stand for it.
Yep.
That's wow, and it's like a crank. Interesting. Yeah.
Is that
So
one that's got the ratchet on top?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's got to be that.
yeah.
ratchet.
It almost looks like a you know,
Yep.
Of those.
One of them.
the ratchet tool. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Versus
That-
the
That's what I was using this weekend, and they worked sweet. But
okay.
yeah,
Very cool. They're more expensive, oddly enough. I guess it's because of the ratchet, right?
Well,
yep,
I'm with
exactly.
Brad. You'd have
Really
to crack an
interesting.
awful lot of them to pay for one.
Yeah, I mean,
But
there's
if you can
so
buy-
many
Work,
products,
Dave.
right?
Say what, Ryan?
I said, get to work, Dave.
Right?
If you sell them at $10 a piece, Dave, they add up real fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was about to say we would blow through that, dude. Through $600 or $700 to pay it off. mean, what are we cutting? Like 100 agates a night right now? Something like that?
Damn near.
Right.
Whew.
Yeah, you
That's a
do
lot.
cut a lot. I like it's amazing to me the stuff that you guys are doing.
That's
It's
why
a lot
Ryan
of fun.
comes in with his eyes, like this and everything. He just works himself to death, man.
Yeah, it's
Right?
migraine
You know-
day. I'm good though.
I had those computer stores for 10 years. I never worked so hard in my life. Even when I was driving truck, I didn't work that hard because running your own business,
It's a
it's
lot of
not for
work.
the weak-minded. I'm telling you,
It's
a lot of work.
24/7. There is no.
It is.
You wake up and
Yeah.
you sleep.
I took my family out for dinner one night. They're in Ontario, Oregon, over here in Eastern Oregon. And there were 5 of my customers and my landlady all in there. And they all want to talk to you about, oh, my computer has this problem. My computer has that problem. Go out to the fishing hole and somebody out there knows you. And it's the same thing. It never ends, no matter what you do.
Right.
Yep.
It's a permanent thing.
And everybody that is your friend wants something at a discount. They don't
Yes,
think
they
about the fact that, it all costs money, right?
Not happening.
And that's hard, right? Isn't it, Matt? Especially at
hard.
the beginning, is learning to say, you know what, I love you, but it's not free just because it's you, right?
Hey, guys, I fired my own
unless
brother,
it's mom or dad or my kid, it ain't free. Real simple. And even my parents don't expect, they don't expect stuff for free. So,
Yeah,
but it's hard.
that was like my dad building his house.
Yeah, right? So yeah, it's interesting.
It's funny you say that because I'll negotiate with a big store, but I will never negotiate with a small business owner. I'm not trying to do that.
Right.
They just don't. They don't have.
The price is the
market.
price, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, chances are they're already at their lowest price point, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Now you can do some mighty shrewd trading if you're careful. I mean, when you can trade $100 used computer for a $1,200 Yamaha 400 Enduro, and I did stuff like that quite a few times. I traded for horses. I traded a computer for 2 horses that I turned around and sold for the money to get the other horse my wife wanted. So, but it depends on where you live too in the environment. We were in Ontario. There's people all around. They have needs. They couldn't support the horses. They needed a computer. I had a lot of used components. So, you make me an offer and I'll tell you if it's something I can live with. And, I had $100 in the money that I traded for the dirt bike.
Right. Look, I'm all about the trade. I got no problem with bartering at all.
Right.
As long as it's mutually beneficial. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
But, I'm not going to trade you, a $300 rock for your $5 puppy heart. Right. Like that's not going to happen.
Exactly.
But
now, Jaws, let's be fair. I know you want everybody to think you're a mean old guy, but you're pretty nice, and you've given away quite a bit of nice materials. I mean, everybody knows that now.
I talked to Bill the other day. Y'all remember Bill? Matter of fact, I got to start sending him the links. I talked to him the other day, and he was telling me about the fantastic package that Scott sent him. He's so happy with all the stuff you sent him, Scott.
Because he has nice material.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Being able to pick who you give it, absolutely, all day long. But Bill was so appreciative. He's going to come to the store sometime in the next couple of weeks. We finally got our elevator fixed after almost a month. So I can go get him and bring him up to the store one Saturday. But he was all about it. I think I talked to him for 20, 30 minutes. And yes, it did brighten up his spirits. Absolutely. And he needed it at that time. So just in case he didn't tell you, I'm sure he did. But how appreciative he is of what you did for him. So
there's, it's one of the ways too that if you, we can't all afford everything that we would like to have for ourselves. Sometimes you have spare material and you make trades and make deals.
Absolutely.
Because we were talking about the Thunder eggs, I was over there digging for that one, and I found that slab of Whiskey Creek. And Whiskey Creek is such beautiful material, but it's expensive.
Right.
And I found my slab of Whiskey Creek up in there because when I get stuff like that I've had to do some, that's mine. I stick that back in my that'll be all my display. So
Right. Right.
so
That's great, Scott.
yeah. When you can trade and you can make with people that you've built relationships with, and I'm telling you,
Yeah.
rocks, there's no way that you can in your daily life that you will build better relationships than with other rock hounders, slabbers, cabbers. It's just a community that's fantastic.
Definitely.
Yeah, it is. Hi, Emma. What's up? How are you?
Well, I'm good. How are
Good.
you?
I'm good. I'm tired. Getting ready to go eat some dinner here in a few minutes. What have you been up to? Anything fun and exciting?
I made some bracelets.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Now, when are you going to start silversmithing, Emma?
What's that?
It's something that Dave is trying desperately to learn.
That's when you take a stone and you make a setting for it. I'm practicing on copper, and you solder it together. You know what's really neat about it?
What?
You get to play with fire legally.
Uh.
Yeah.
And you can floss your teeth with it.
And you can floss your teeth. Yeah.
That's
So when
right.
I'm through with that stone right there, I can pull the floss
You can
out
floss
and
your teeth.
keep my teeth in nice shape.
That's right. That's right.
Uh,
Yeah, Dave's a little bit
no.
much sometimes.
Hey, Emma, I bet you don't know how come why it is I have nothing up here.
Why?
It's because I keep pulling on this down here and it pulls all the hair off the top of my head.
That's not true. Don't believe that.
That's not true.
Ask your dad,
Right?
Head.
That's right.
There
He
you go.
shakes his head because his hair is too long.
Dave and I go to the same barber.
That's
There you
right.
go. There you
Yeah.
go. Right?
I
Right?
thought Mr. Dave lived in a whole different country.
I'm with you, Brad.
Oh, she called you on that one, Matt.
He lives on the other side of the country, almost in a different country.
Yeah, actually,
about
from
the
you,
flow.
I think I'm about 3,100 miles from where you're at.
Long way.
Yeah,
Long,
because you
long
got to
way.
go diagonally from one corner of the United States to the other, and you're down what, Central Florida?
Yes.
Northeast.
Northeast.
Oh, if you're
yeah.
in Northeast, then it's right around 2,900, if I remember. Like, it's been a lot of years since I ran back there.
They're about 1,400 or 14 hours from me.
State do you live in?
I live in Oregon.
What's that?
We call it the Pacific Northwest. It's rainy, mucky,
Up by Washington.
snowy.
It's cold, Emma. You don't want to go
Cold.
there.
Not by Washington, D.C., by Washington State.
Dave's almost Canadian.
Right?
Yeah.
Almost.
Not as
Okay.
close as we are, eh?
I'm less than
Hey.
150 miles.
Andrew and Ryan are definitely closer. Jeff's in Florida. He's in Jacksonville today. Matt's
Nice.
not too far from Jacksonville.
Who's Jeff?
Yeah, we're
He's
staying
like,
on.
I'm in the Florida Keys, and I was like, "Go home, Jeff."
Right?
Oh, Oregon has
Oregon
gorgeous rocks
has
all
a
over.
ton of beautiful rocks.
It-
I don't know
it's
though.
every
I don't
corner.
think I would trade the cold for the beautiful rocks. I mean, I love you all for it. I'll come in the summertime.
But you know,
other than that, y'all can have it.
we only get about 3 months of cold out of the year. It's the dreariness of the rain for 6 months out of the year that gets you.
Okay, yeah, I don't mind rain. I
Yeah.
just can't do the cold. If it's only 3 months, that's not bad.
Yeah, and this year we haven't even had that.
Who's
No way.
Santa? Oh.
Y'all are too.
Hey guys, this is a good time to say turn the bell on, like, share, and subscribe, please.
Yes, that's a perfect time to say that.
Perfect timing.
Perfect time. Got 2 pieces of bone, one in the keys, and one down on the alligator alley. Good for you. That's awesome. So yes, as Ryan said, like,
I didn't know there was
subscribe,
any
share,
bone.
turn the bell on, do all that good stuff. If you're not already a member of our group or page, do that too.
And hey, everybody, before I forget, we have an autism charity on Facebook called Tumblers for Autism. We are having an auction right now on a pop socket. And so what we do is all the money we get, we buy Lortone rock tumblers for kids who have autism. Come on over there and support us. Rock Tumblers for Autism. Auction going on right now.
Okay. With all that said, I'm going to say good night. Thank you for coming. We love you. We appreciate you. And we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Perfect, Emma. Beautiful. Bye, guys.